So all of you guys with your comments about, oh, she was 13, she's a liar. She's a liar. She's a liar. He was 19 and she was 15. That doesn't make it right. But he wasn't children. He's not a predator. He didn't do any of that. He was young. He was a young man. How many times have we seen 15 and 19-year-olds hooking up? How many times have we seen that? It was supposed to be them having fun or whatever they want to call it, you know. That's how we've all been there. We've all been kids. We all done young, dumb stuff. She was 15 when she was pregnant and had a baby. Not 14, not 13. Not 13. I told y'all, she keeps lying. And then I'm getting threats now to beat to beat my ass. Because y'all believe in her lies.
So that is the side chick, or should I call her the new girlfriend? You'll have to tell me what you think she is after you watch this video, because this story will definitely cause some division of opinion among you guys. So the whole drama started when the wife of this man in question made a video on TikTok calling out her husband for abandoning her with their 6 kids and running off with a marriage counselor / woman of God whom he had recently met online. The irony of who these people claim to be and what they're doing is what makes this drama funny and really heartbreaking at the same time. So this guy called Mark allegedly met his wife when she was 13 and he was 18 or 19, and he got her pregnant and threatened her to keep getting pregnant for him by claiming that God will punish her if she refused. Wow.
Hi, this message is for Mark, my husband, and or his mistress. I know you guys still watch my TikTok, so if that's not you, you can keep scrolling. You don't have to listen to this. Hey, husband, if you could help our 6 children, they need new winter coats and boots for this upcoming winter. If you wanted to help me with that, that would be wonderful. Also, our 10-year-old still needs his braces to help with his speech problem. If you could help me with that, that would be wonderful. My attorney will have their sizes. I know you don't know that. So even if you wanted to buy them their coats and boots, that would be so wonderful of you. I've been working hard to keep the lights on and food in the house for them since you left me with nothing for the Christian marriage counselor you met on here. You know, when you open your Bible, God does not look too kindly on men that do not provide for their household or their children. So I hope you have a change of heart. I was only 13 when we met, and you got me pregnant at 14 and continued to get me pregnant, telling me I didn't have a choice to say no or prevent pregnancy or God would punish me. So I didn't really have an option to have these children that you had with me. If you could help me with that, that would be so wonderful and kind of you. I know you're busy preaching here on TikTok, but our children really could use the help. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having the days that you deserve, and God bless you.
Now that video went viral, and the whole thing is quickly spiraling out of control. So the man's new girlfriend, or side chick, whatever you want to call her, has jumped into the drama, of course, in support of her man. And she's claiming that he's not a predator, his wife was the abusive one instead, and she filed for the divorce first and is lying about the whole thing, you know, the whole shebang. But in other claims, I've not seen any evidence whatsoever. While on the other hand, the cousin of Mark's ex-wife, who has taken up the fight for her cousin's honor, is bringing the receipts to back up her claim that Mark is nothing but a deadbeat husband and father who groomed his wife and got her pregnant at the age of 13.
While it was wrong for him to be with her when she was 15 and he was 19, we've all been teenagers and we've all kind of done that. Like, most of us. Maybe not everyone, but most of us have. When I was 14, I dated a man who was 18, and I lost my virginity. I grew up with a very abusive father who had tried to kill me. I can't even count how many times, for no reason. My mother was a manipulator. My parents were narcissistic. So subconsciously, when I was 14, I was looking for love. I was looking to have a family, to settle down, to find the love I didn't get from my family growing up. Unfortunately for me, that guy didn't stay. He stole a piece of me. He used me. He threw me away. The difference with Dret and Mark is they were together for 15 years. They were living in her house that she owns. She owns that house, and it's paid off. So while a lot of people want to come at me saying, like, oh, maybe she couldn't leave and all this kind of stuff, she could have kicked him out. It was her house. She's on the deed. She didn't have to stay. They got together young. They were young and horny. I mean, this is normal teenage stuff. Everybody wants to criminalize it. No, it's not like that. And he's not a predator like that. You don't know him. Like, he's not like that. I would never, ever in a million years defend any predator whatsoever. I have no tolerance for that whatsoever. He tried to make the marriage work. 3 years ago, she decided that she didn't want the marriage anymore. She had been cheating on him. She decided she didn't want the marriage anymore. Then, now that he's moved on with someone else, since after they filed divorce and these things have been going on, now she decides that she wants him. It doesn't work like that. Normal teenage stuff. Everybody wants to criminalize it. No, it's not like that. And he's not a predator like that. You don't know him.
The state of Michigan says otherwise. So you want to talk about, Mark's not a predator, blah, 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 blah. Well, babe, he got a conviction saying he was. He caught a whole ass conviction saying he was. So, I mean, your word against who? The state? Okay, sure.
People nearest know that she is, and they're like calling her evil now because they know that she's lying what she said. The other thing I want to address in all of her lies is that I'm not a homewrecker. They were separated for a few years. She did not want to work out the marriage.
Well, good morning, Susie. How are we doing this morning? But real quick, I just wanted to address, you said that you're not a homewrecker because they've been separated for a few years, and Dret hasn't wanted to work on the marriage, and they haven't been together for a few years now, so, okay. But real quick, what is this? That says August 6th, 2022. That's your man comforting his wife while she's in labor with their youngest child. Few years? That was just over 2 years ago, Susie. But maybe 2.5 years is just too far off. Okay, Susie, what about that? That says July 5th. There's no year, though, so that means that's the current year. So that was our family's 4th of July party this year, which I was at. Mark was acting real sweet to his wife. I think that was one of those moments of clarity that we talked about, right? But I know, Susie, that's still not recent enough for you, right? Okay, what, that says August the 26th. That's the first day of school. No? As a matter of fact, Susie, your man was in attendance to family parties until about the end of August of this year. And then in September, when we had a joint birthday party for his wife's 30th, as well as one of his sons, he absolutely obliterated that one because he got back from work early and was at the yard and threw a hissy fit until someone came and picked him up. What was that? Who was that someone? It was Dret. Dret left her own birthday party early. And then coincidentally, I remember that birthday party the most because we were all so disgusted by Mark's behavior because he, A, made his wife and son leave their birthday parties early, and B, never bothered to call or even say happy birthday to his wife or son. And then 2 weeks later, less than 2 weeks later, Susie, he ran off with you. I don't know how your timetable works, Susie. Maybe you're in dog years. You could be in dog years. That would make sense. It's been less than 2 months, baby.
Look, we have all seen this so many times. A man leaves his family, he gets with another woman, a court battle for custody or child support ensues, and the new girlfriend shows the utmost and undying support for her new man and tries to paint the ex-wife in the darkest colors possible. But what makes this interesting is that this is a marriage counselor we're talking about here. a person who is expected to know how marriages work. Like this woman of God / marriage counselor has been the only one fighting a battle she has no information about except what she has been told by her boyfriend. And come on now, do we really expect him to say anything that will implicate him? I don't think so. And even if we come at this from the angle of her claim of being a woman of God and her blatant refusal that she's committing adultery, I still have a question. Is a man not married until the divorce is finalized? In her own words, she said her boyfriend and his wife are separated. Not yet fully divorced, just separated. So that means she's still dating a married man, no matter how she wants to spin it. And I think she knows this because her comments on all her videos are turned off. Like, imagine fighting a married man's wife on TikTok when the man in question is nowhere in your videos and is not even saying anything about it online. Like, he's not defending you at all. Instead, he put his page on private to further hide himself while you take all the heat from this drama. Like, she comes online to make all these claims in support of this man who has gone ghost mode without any proof, while the people she's claiming are telling lies are bringing receipts to back up their own claims.
I'm speaking on behalf of my cousin Jared and the video she made about her husband Mark and the TikTok Christian marriage counselor that he ran off with and abandoned her with 6 children and no income. The biggest thing that people wanted addressed was the age gap. And yes, Jared was 14 and Mark was 19 when he got her pregnant. She was 13 when they met. And when he got her pregnant for the first time, he was in the military and he decided he was going to ditch her. And she pressed charges, got him court-martialed, and dishonorably discharged from the military. And he is now on the offender registry because of it. He had his lawyer contact her lawyer, and they came to an agreement that he would be depositing money into a joint account every week. And that has not been consistent. Some weeks he'll deposit money and then he'll take it back. Some weeks he'll deposit next to nothing. Some weeks he deposits nothing. She has 6 kids. She was a stay-at-home mom for a very long time. And she is trying to figure out each day at a time. The holidays are coming up and she is trying to figure out their financial situation. And Mark has been of no help whatsoever, no matter what discourse the girlfriend is giving on her account. He had his girlfriend call their eldest son and say the most heinous things about Jared, the child's mother. And their 15-year-old was extremely upset and traumatized. As far as the questions as to why she kept on having kids with him, he is very manipulative and he has been grooming her essentially from a young age, guys. He did not give her bodily autonomy. He told her that God was against birth control, God was against condoms, God was against, preventing any sort of pregnancy. And she had 6 of his children. As far as why is this all happening, Mark has been to numerous counselors, both church affiliated and not. He has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and suspected schizophrenia. He refuses treatment. He refuses medication. Jared has tried numerous times to get him to see counselors, take medication, do what he needs to do to deal with his mental illness, and he will not. The only time she's ever able to talk him down is when he has moments of clarity in between manic episodes, and those manic episodes have gotten a lot longer, and the moments of clarity are very much fewer and farther between these days. One of the things that he's come up with in the past was that he is an archangel. Right now, he and his girlfriend both believe that they are prophets of God. He thought he had a portal in him that was letting witches into the world. He's had exorcisms to exorcise demons from his body. He truly is mentally ill, and Jared has suffered a outrageous amount because of it and because of his refusal of treatment.
I'm done letting him get away with everything he's done to me, and him being portrayed and trying to make himself to be a prophet of the Lord, because that's not what he is. His mistress has made some videos in response, lying that they are giving me $400 to $900 a week in child support, which is hilarious. He left in the middle of September, a week after he met her online. And since then, he was putting money into our joint account and then taking money out. I didn't realize at first that he was even putting money in there. And when I saw that he had put money in there, I right away went to the gas station to go fill my tank with gas so I could go grocery shopping for the kids, because he just completely pulled the rug out from under me. And I was able to pump 27 cents worth of gas, and the pump shut off. And I went and I looked, and he pulled the money back out. So he has been playing games like that. And the bank statements, the judge will be able to see it. He would put money in, he'd pull money out, just to, I guess, toy with me. I don't know. But his attorney and him came up with an agreement that we signed in October, that he would start depositing 40% of his bring home pay into our joint account. Now, before this all happened, he was a truck driver, and he would bring home anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a week. After he ran off with his marriage counselor mistress, he quit that job, and he is now claiming that he's making $500 to $600 a week, and so that's the 40%. He then claimed that he's paid every other week now, which is a lie, because it's the same company. He's paid every week, but it was a way he could make me wait longer to get money. Like I said, we signed this agreement in October, and the first day he was supposed to deposit the 40% was November 7th or the 8th, whatever that Friday was. He did not. That day came and went. I contacted my attorney, told him what was going on. There was no money in the account. Well, it was then a weekend. Monday was a holiday. So he contacted his attorney, went back and forth, no answer. Finally, on Wednesday, so 5 days after he agreed, he deposited $560. That was the 40% for 2 weeks that he deposited. So I don't know where this $400 to $900 a week is coming from. He turned my phone off after he left. He shut off our son's accounts for his gaming system. He's just done a lot of horrible things. I was 13 when I met this man. He was 19. After our last baby was born, things really took a dark turn. And I'm going to get into all that because I'm not shutting my mouth anymore.
And what makes it even more concerning is that she's willing to defend a man who got a 13-year-old girl pregnant when he was almost 20, with the state records there to prove it. I mean, if she's claiming that Jerriette and her cousin are lying about this, that means not only is she contesting the current claims of abandonment laid by her boyfriend's wife, but she's also contesting the court ruling that judged her boyfriend a predator years ago. I would really like to see how this plays out. But that's where the video ends for today. Hit the like and subscribe buttons if you like my commentary channel and you want to see more of my videos. Until I come your way again, take care and bye-bye.